Hey guys, Maxmc55 here, and today we're going to be reading hot takes. Oh boy. And disclaimer, this will be the last time, well, in the the hot takes videos anyways. This will be the last time you see my OC looking like this and all the same poses. I'm going to be updating the PNGs cuz they need updating cuz my OC does not look like this anymore. But anyways, on to the hot takes. So first we have Age of Extinction is the worst paced movie. And I could disagree very, very much because The Last Night is the worst paced movie. The Last Night is just convoluted as hell. It has too many plots going on at the same time. And the pacing is absolutely trash. But Age of Extinction does have bad pacing. But it's not the worst. It's second worst. Aligned continuity is boring. No, that's just wrong because Full of Cybertron would be considered boring then, and War for Cybertron would be considered boring, and Transformers Prime would be considered boring, and Rescue Bots would be considered boring, and Rescue Bots Academy would be considered boring. Megatron was right. Which Megatron? Which Megatron? The Bumblebee movie shouldn't have had Bumblebee mute, and I agree wholeheartedly because that confuses people with thinking this is part of the Bayverse, and honestly, why does Bumblebee have to be mute? Why does he have to constantly be mute? Why is that now a trend we are just picking up of? That's why I like Cyberverse, because they undid the season 1 muting, and he talks, and it's perfectly fine, But, for storyline purposes, sure, it's kind of cool, the guy gets his voice box ripped out because he's too talkative. Sure, that's fine, but why are we always doing it, man? Just why? Sorry, Sumdak is annoying as hell. Well, you clearly have not watched Transformers Energon, have you? But no, sure, yeah, in, the first few seasons, she's kind of annoying. She's always wanting to, I want to get in a fight, and then she gets in a fight, and she's, almost dying and stuff. But, she's a kid. Kids are annoying. G1 is a little overrated, and the SS-86 line is a waste of space, in my opinion. I agree. G1 is not just the end-all, be-all for Transformers. We need new stuff. Come on, we can't just keep looking at the past and reinventing it, which is kind of hypocritical after my video about looking at the past, but okay, whatever. But the 86 line being a waste of space, I 100% agree. Those characters could have easily just been in Legacy, but instead they just put it in an 86 line, which is stupid. People have been commissioning me to make their Transformers OCs. This is not a hot take. Most shows are incredibly slow at the start and only get good in the later last season. Yeah, that's how shows work. Hot Rod did nothing wrong in the 86 movie. I agree. I know we meme about it, like Hot Rod killed Optimus, but he was just trying to save, his mentor, the leader of the Autobots. He wanted to save him, even though the old grandpa said not to, and he still went up there and he got him killed. That motherfucker! G1 is overplayed. We need something new. Again, I said this, almost at the start. Yeah, we need something different. Why does G1 have to be everything? Man, come on. I want new designs. Everything just feels boring. And that's probably why Transformers 1 failed, because it's just sort of G1-ish. Give me new characters, man. Stop retreading stuff. We need new stuff, I know you want to get, trademarks and names, and I know Hasbro ain't gonna do any new characters, because if they do that, then they're gonna, if they don't have Optimus Prime, no one's gonna watch it, even though Mirage was, the main character in Rise of the Beasts, and everyone loves him. So, oh well. The War for Cybertron trilogy was actually good. I agree. I enjoyed watching it. I think Siege was pretty alright for, the Cybertron bits. Earthrise was kind of mediocre, but had, sort of better writing-ish. And then Kingdom was actually, actually alright. Although it was kind of felt a bit rushed at the end, but I like the Nemesis Prime episode. I love Nemesis Prime. But War for Cybertron trilogy, yeah, it was actually good. It wasn't peak, but it was good. Also, I love to see, the actual toys look, their characters look like the toys. So when I pick up my toy, I'm like, oh, it's the guy from the show. Instead of, oh, it's the guy from the show, but he has a tons of kibble in the back. I say we need to delete Bumblebee from existence and make Hubcap and Cliffjumper the main ones. Yes. Animated is overrated. Sure. I feel like it gets glazed a lot, but, same could be said for Prime, and I'm a Prime fan, so boom. But I love animated. I think it's amazing. Does it have weak episodes? Actually, no, it doesn't. I can't think of any bad episodes, surprisingly. But you know, sure, it could be considered overrated. People do glaze it a lot, and maybe it's just mediocre at best, but it's still peak. EarthSpark isn't as good as everyone says, in my opinion. It's not the worst, but it's not that good. I feel like it's the complete opposite. I feel like people are saying EarthSpark is just terrible, which is untrue, sort of. Season 1 of EarthSpark, in my opinion, is a great contender to being a great Season 1, and it might be a little bit better than Transformers Prime, alright? Just saying. And I feel like people are just neglecting it because of the non-binary stuff, which again, who cares, bro? Who cares, right? It's a really good Season 1. If you actually finish the season, you'll actually see it's just such a good show, in my opinion. But yeah, it falls flat in Season 2 and 3. The budget cuts, or whatever, the animation change, I understand it's a better working place, but the show just dipped in quality, and it shows, and unfortunately it kind of makes the show overall bad. But Season 1 is incredibly big, and honestly you can just watch Season 1 and that could be it. Star Saber should be the new Autobot leader instead of Optimus Prime. Have you considered watching Transformers Victory? But no. Optimus Prime is just too much. He's too much of a good leader of the Autobots. He's too much of a good Transformer in general. He's too iconic. They won't make him. They're more like Star Saber a leader. That's stupid. RID 2015 and Prime are just as good as one another. They're flawed, but they're both good. No, right, listen, I loved RID 2015 as it is. It's not a good sequel to Transformers Prime and shouldn't be a sequel to Transformers Prime, but as a show, as a standalone show, it's actually alright, especially for a kid's show. But it's not as good as Prime. They're not on the same level. Prime is way better. RID just shouldn't be in the same vein as Prime, in my opinion. And sure, they can be considered both good if you take into account, like RID has so many more flaws than Prime. It's insane. But they're still good, but they're not on the same level at all. The Bumblebee movie isn't a good movie and is way too overrated. You're wrong. Get out. It's a good movie. It's just blatantly a good movie. Sure, it might not be as good as we all thought, and I feel like a lot of people just based the Bumblebee movie off that Cybertron scene, which is completely don't. It's a good movie. It has great cast, great actors, and the CGI looks phenomenal in my opinion. And it's not overrated. I think it's just at that part where the Cybertron scene is overrated. Oh, definitely. But the entire movie, no one talks about it. It's just a good movie. Needle Nose Solos. No. Skids and Mudflap aren't bad characters. Yeah, I mean, they're kind of funny when they're beating each other up, but that's because funny racists beat each other up. But I feel like people really over-exaggerate the racist tones they give. They're not that racist, people. Jesus Christ. The Last Night is a good movie. The Last Night is better than 07. The Bayverse trilogy, excluding Age of Extinction and The Last Night, is the reason why many Transformers fans are fans today. Yeah, of course, Michael Bay brought Transformers back. He's the reason Bumblebee exists again, Bumblebee, Hasbro lost the trademark to Bumblebee. They had to use Hotshot. And then Michael Bay just came back and went like, yep, Bumblebee. He also brought back Peter Cullen again. Like, Michael Bay brought so many things back and brought new fans in. Like, that's why we have Bayverse fans. Like, even though you might hate the Bayverse movies, they are so influential to our franchise, and it's insane. IDW is a bit overrated, and I agree. It has really strong, elements, and I love IDW. Before anyone goes to the comments, I love IDW, but it is very overrated. It's peak, but it's not super peak that we have to base everything on for IDW. It has good story plots, and honestly, IDW is great for, giving characters that don't get much actual spotlight. We have comics for spotlight characters, with a Blaster spotlight, and, Tailgate, Cyclonus, they all got, great character growth and development, and overall, the characters that, get the spotlight, it's great. G1 would have done that. A lot of shows and movies don't do that, but the overall thing is a bit overrated. I feel like people are basing IDW just off More Than Meets the Eye, IDW isn't just more than meets the eye in the Lost Light. It's an entire thing, and it's kind of convoluted. All right, so it seems we're gonna have to make this a two-parter. Now there will be 3 parts to this because we do have YouTube hot takes to look at, but we do have the Instagram first. This is part 1 of the Instagrams, and I'll see you all later in that review. Bye bye.